Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. Today I'm going to talk to you about something you probably don't practice enough. Let me talk about a couple parallel shifts. Now you guys, if you're familiar with my game, you know I kind of make fun of the parallel shifts, but a lot of you are going to benefit from them. So how does a parallel shift work? If we shoot a ball that is lying between these two diamonds, or these two diamonds, or these two diamonds, they all lead to that corner pocket. All we have to do is shoot them, no English, medium speed. We're going to get down here to this pocket. Now, when does a parallel shift come into play? Parallel shift comes into play when our ball is not necessarily lined up with these diamonds. If we keep the exact same angle without changing the angle of our cue, we can send this ball down now at a different spot, still leading right to this pocket. There's a couple other kick systems that you use. One that I taught you guys a while back where we split the difference between the balls in this pocket. We do a parallel shift. We can come off of two rails this time with a little bit of running English, and we hit that three ball over and over again. So those are just a couple examples of parallel shifts. There's one rail kick shots, there's two rail kick shots. A lot of people are using them for bank shots. But I want to warn you about something you're not practicing. Number one, once you learn the parallel shifts, and I do teach these in different videos in our MasterClass, nwqpool.com, there's 75 videos, and a bunch of them have to do with kick shots, and I do talk about some parallel shifts. The thing that you're not practicing is actually doing the parallel shift. So even when I see people that know what to do, they don't do it well. And you need to practice this technique. So what are the things you need to practice? Number one, when you have a two-rail parallel shift like this one, the first thing you have to do is find the center point between these two balls. That takes skill, guys. You can't just look at it and say, that's the center point. Well, maybe you can. But that's about the center point between those two balls. If I think it's here or I think it's over here, I just messed up part one of every parallel shift. The next thing you have to do, and probably the most difficult, is to actually move your cue over and keep it at the exact same angle that you had it before. If we're lining off that pocket and we need to parallel shift over here to find a spot on the rail to hit this ball, if we shift our cue just left or right, maybe even a half an inch or so, remember it's magnified, it's coming off of two rails. So if we're off a half an inch, now we're off an inch. This is enough to miss the shot. So what is the thing you should be practicing that you're not practicing most likely? I bet there's a couple of you that are practicing it, but a lot of you that don't practice this even when you know how to do a parallel shift. Finding the middle. How well are you finding this middle? Second, how well are you keeping this angle when you do the parallel shift? I have seen some videos of some very good channels that teach a parallel shift, and even the gentleman doing the video, when he does his parallel shift, his cue is moving. So he doesn't even have a straight line on the parallel shift himself. And either intuitively or just by luck, he ends up hitting the ball. But it just shows that even the people that are teaching this don't necessarily practice it enough. If you want to get your parallel shifts down, if you know how to actually do the parallel shift, you need to put in the time holding your cue. You've got a 19-ounce cue that is at an angle, and you need to move it over maybe as much as a foot at the exact same angle. This takes practice. Finding the middle point between two balls, your cue ball and your object ball, takes practice. When you get down on the shot, if the shot requires English of any type, such as this two-rail, that takes a little bit of high right-hand English, running English to hit that three ball. Are you practicing the right amount of speed and the right amount of English to make that work? Because if your speed is off, your parallel shift is off, your contact point where you need to hit the rail is off, or your middle point when you're measuring it is off, the shot is off. Put in your time and practice this. If you'd like to learn more about how to make these shots, the parallel shift shots, I will leave a link in the description of this video and also in the comments that will lead you to videos that will teach you how to do these parallel shifts from different angles, one rail, two rail, parallel shifts, one end of the table to the other, some kick shots, and you can get it in your game. Hit me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out those videos that have the parallel shifts in them, and give us a thumbs up. Have a great day.